From this range as well, this is kind of from this close range. This thing can still delete everything in front of you. Oh, some bright clay, loot, some spicy loot I see. Some more oxidizing. I don't mind.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. Last video was 4 months ago. Sorry, I guess. We have some research points. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at, if you could already, you probably already read the title. Yes, the Trinity, requested from last video by one person. I can't remember who did it, and I haven't checked because I'm stupid and I wouldn't check, obviously, because that's just me. But we're going to be looking at the Trinity. I have fully maxed this thing out for the best potential damage you can get out of this thing, which, spoiler, it's a lot. It's a lot of goddamn damage. So what we're running on this thing, we're running a crit rating with a crit damage. Following that is an energy damage, crit damage, and damage to afflicted, and obviously with that we will have affliction damage. And it says at the bottom, SMG Spec Ops, an automatic SMG that fires in 4-round bursts and is most accurate when fired in short bursts. Don't get how that is because it's already in 4-round bursts, but they put that on every single weapon in the entire game, so nothing new there. So the hero loadout we're going to be using Beetlejuice as our commander for the increased SMG critical damage by 225%. Preemptive strike because I don't have totally rocking out or blast from the past because I suck. Hip shot from Ranger Deadeye, I think he's called. I think it's Ranger Deadeye. Increases SMG damage by 70%, which is kind of nice. Waste not, want not. Light Show Spitfire, I run him in every single loadout that uses an SMG, pistol, shotgun, etc, etc. Anything that's ranged weapon wise, you want to put him really in your squad for the extra magazine size, because you can pew pew more. Subwoofers from, I think, is it main stage Quint? I don't know, but getting subwoofers, and I need to actually farm them. I usually forget to, but I will farm them. Lots of reloaded from Skull Ranger or Skull Trooper, but I just use Skull Ranger because it's the first one that I leveled up. And Survivalist Jonesy or Birthday Brigade Jonesy for the eliminations, heal you for 39 base health over 3 seconds. That is very helpful, especially when you want to be getting in the enemy's face. But for this SMG, you'll see otherwise, you don't really need to do that. Gadgets, we got our Adrenaline Rush and our Slow Field just for testing. And the mission we're going to be doing is this Power Level 116, retrieve the data. As well, I've only just noticed, look at the rewards on this thing. 120 epic perk up and frost up. And then usually if you come down here to a mission such as this would usually give you about 80 legendary perk up. Now it gives you 184. So actually going for 1 times rewards on missions is worth it now, because that's a crazy amount of resources, man. 294 on that. There's some up here that can reach 200 legendary perk up from 1 mission. 205 legendary perk up on a Predator Shelter 118. And there's like 1-time missions up here as well. 130 epic perk up. 215 on that, as well as double epic, double legendary perk up. That's a great mission. So yeah, that's just something I've noticed in the past couple of weeks. We're going to be running this mission, so let's load into it. Right, so let's see. Let's have a look at damage real quick. So we want to reload. We want to pop a subwoofer, and then we want to 127k. That ain't bad. See what I mean? This thing's just a bit, like, hitting's just a bit damn crazy. I guess it's a bit crazy. It's a bit of a crazy gun. 137,000, man. Like you can just see, 111,000 is pretty much what you're going to be getting from this thing. Do you mind taking my kills? I'm trying to reveal a weapon here. This is the only bad thing about public lobby. Everyone's like, I'm going to shoot these husks, but I need them for testing, you see? I need them for testing, you see? I do it on public lobbies to try and get, so I don't die and show that I'm trashing the game, and also to show the actual potential of a weapon in a full 140 power level team. Which is kind of nice. See that from there, 96,000. This thing is kind of hard hitting. 100,000 is like, that's crazy. Like, when you think of an SMG, I think about 20,000, 30,000, maybe even 40,000 damage. Some SMGs, 50,000 per shot. But with this thing, when you think of that, that's quite fast for 4 rounds. And 111,000, which I'm hitting constantly with this thing. That's pretty crazy, to be honest, when you think of it. Let's go try and test it on this over here, then. So, this thing does just delete. 137k there. I'm gonna use this. Some coal drops out of there. I want a coal, man. Give me that coal. Like, coal is everything. Like I said, that reload's pretty long as well, so you may want to put a reload speed perk on it, depending on what you're using this for. I'd recommend using aside this, a Silent Spectre, just to delete everything in front of you. This is mostly for killing mist monsters extremely quickly. It probably does a better job at most ARs in killing mist monsters. If I can find any, I'd show you. It's damn crazy how fast this thing can delete enemies. There is actually some enemies down here. Out for mist monsters mostly. Wow, there's a lot of shielders. One thing bad about this is if you come up against a shielder, you ain't gonna be doing too well. I'm just gonna pop a sub-rifle and just delete.
What are you aiming at?
The frames just drop. Like, your frames just drop when you play Save the World, bro. When you play Save the World, your frames are awful, especially on PS4. Like, look at those frames, man. Like, the game quality is awful. It just is awful. Like, the frames are just really bad. Just really bad, these frames. I'm gonna try and stay away as much as I can. Just to, like, at range, this thing still deletes really at range. I really need some high health husks to test this thing on. I'll show you how fast this thing can delete. A chrome husk would be nice, so I can just keep deleting it. There you go. So you know chrome husks are kind of hard to kill. Not with this. Obviously they keep going down, but you can putting them down is probably the easiest thing you can do. Or get yourself a water weapon, which is this. So this is what this gun's good for. It's just spraying, because it's full auto at the end of the day. Like if I use 1 burst, 2 burst, and then finish him off with that, it's dead. Like I said, it's really good alongside another weapon, such as a Silent Spectre or the pepper sprayer. If you want a review on the pepper sprayer, oh there you go. Pop a sub-wafer. 2 bursts. I think we hit 157,000 there. 122k, 170k, 120k, 146k, and this is from quite far away too. I couldn't see what that damage was though. Couldn't see at all. This gun surprises me. Like, I thought another event weapon SMG, it's not gonna be that good. I like this SMG. I really like this SMG. I think it's amazing. I think it really just is amazing. Like, the high damage you can hit with an SMG with for 150,000 plus, it's just mental. Like, 1 burst in Husky Husk. Usually it take a couple seconds to delete a Husky Husk. It's literally nearly half a second. It's pretty much half a second and the Husky Husk is gone. 107k from there. You don't even have to be close to the Husk to just delete them. And as well, it's not going off each burst, is it? Like 107,000 is how much it's dealing in 1 bullet. Like, so you think about it, 4 shots and deleted that quickly. Especially for single target damage, this thing is amazing at that. Single target damage is where this thing really does shine. Unlike any other SMG, you want to just hold the trigger and spray a huge horde of husks. That's really all you want to do. But with this thing, you can go at a single target and you can delete its HP. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of going for these high health targets, just to show you what this thing really does shine at. But unfortunately, we aren't getting much luck on the smashers, which is really what I want to be testing this out on. Like, look from range, this thing still melts at range. This is kind of a long range too for an SMG. This is where you'd usually be using an AR from, is this sort of range. Alright, it's dead in there. It looks like we've got a spawn down here again. We've got a couple more chrome husks, so I'm going to pop my sub-wafer and I'm going to run at them with this thing. It's really good. It's just it just amazes me that a normal Husky Husk can be 1 bursted by this thing. It really does amaze me. Right. Like, just quickly, like, this thing can just delete everything in front of it. I like this guy's using a candy corn. The candy corn is a good weapon as well. That's another high DPS gun. You can run alongside this thing. But as I said, this thing's just gonna be good for single target damage. So let's see, this Husky Husker doesn't even stand a chance. 2 bursts and it's out of there. Usually you take like 10-20 rounds, like on most SMGs, to take them out. And when I say 10 to 20 rounds, I mean that. Let's try and find a Husky Husk. We're not really finding them. This thing's dealing 65k. That's still good. What is this guy doing? Like, if you get your shots, this thing can delete pretty quickly, but this thing's just better for it. All in all, this thing's just better at single target damage. It won't drain your rounds as much as well, so you can see like my ammo isn't going down as fast as say if I'm using like a Silent Spectre, which shoots really fast, or a Bobcat. That's something you can really compare this thing to as well. Is a Blastatron Mini for its damage. This thing has a DPS of 150,000. This thing has a DPS of 112,000, so it really is something you compare this gun to, you can really compare this weapon to. I just need to take out the Chrome Husk with right, we just reloaded on a different gun, so that wouldn't help this one. Well, this thing really does delete everything in front of you. We don't have a mini boss, I don't think. I don't think we have a mini boss on this one. No, we don't. This guy, man. This guy is just, he's not a good team player at all. He's getting his teammates killed. That's just amazing of you. Round of applause for this guy, man. Best player in Save the World because he kills his own teammates. That's just, no. Why would you do that? It'd be so calmer if we failed the mission, but then at the same time, that wouldn't really be epic. It's where is she? It's not him, it's the other guy. It's this person here. If you see this guy in a mission, just troll him, please. Just troll him, please. Like, he's been placing down so many jump pads. Just, no. So, my thoughts on this SMG. It's good. It is a really good, high-end SMG. This thing deletes, literally just deletes everything in front of you. They don't stand a chance. Whatever you're shooting at, they're gonna die. And as I said in the clips before this, it's more of a single target SMG. I don't have clips of smashers. I kept trying to find smashers and I can't find them anywhere. It's like they've gone extinct or something. It's the same with blasters. The only really thing we tested out in there was one taker and 1 flinger, and it did pretty much 2 burst both of them. If you do this thing, if you use this thing right with the subwoofers, and if you put a totally rocking out build, I'm pretty sure you could be hitting for over 200,000 per shot with this thing, which is enough to delete smashers at like power level 140 and beyond. It can really just delete smashers. And as well, if you want to see other weapons being reviewed, let me know in the comments. I'm really out of content to really give at this moment. Because most people have done reviews on the new weapons, because the time zones kind of screw me over when it comes to reviewing new weapons. They come out at about midnight where I live, and yeah, they just don't stand a chance. I don't stand a chance, sorry, of getting that review out before anyone else, because it takes me a bit longer to edit as well. So like I said, I'll be reviewing any weapon you really want me to, as long as I have it. Right now I have all of these I can review. Like any of these you see here, I can review. Things in the collection book that I have slotted, I can review. Like anything in here, if you want me to review them, I'll review them. I should have a build from most of these weapons. I have some good builds that I can definitely use. Also made a new Discord server. Thank you to Acer for helping me out with that one. It would have took me so long to make it without his help. So thank you to him. I don't think he has a YouTube channel. I don't know. So I would shout him out, but I don't know his YouTube channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Why is people join me all the time? But yeah, any weapons you want to see reviewed, let me know. I'll try and get them out for you as ASAP. That's for the comments. And finally, I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.